Okay, so a little bit of a different video today. I know I haven't published any videos in a while, um, but this is kind of like my thoughts on what's been going on with the Nintendo Direct that just happened. Um, I've been watching it. I've been trying to see I've been like skimming through it, trying to find out what my reactions to it are, and I don't know how I feel about it because the this is a big announcement for the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm very glad that Nintendo have gone out of their way to create this entire hour-long Nintendo Direct dedicated to the Switch 2, the games, and more the features that are going on with the game. So, as we skim through this, you've got the new um, Mario Kart game, Mario Kart World, and it's got some pretty good features. I can't lie. Like, it's got a free roam thing. It's got like elimination races. The map itself is huge because it's sort of like an open world type thing, which is in God Daisy, Jesus Christ, what have they done here? But no, I think it's actually a really good feature to have, in my personal opinion. If we wait for it to zoom out, there we go. So this is the entire map of the Mushroom Kingdom race landia, whatever they're gonna call it. You got a bunch of different biomes. You got volcano, jungle, something, ice stuff, more stuff, Peach's Castle. Then they've also got like battleships and other stuff. They've got like 24 cars, or you can now have 24 cars in a race. So they've like doubled what they've had with the past couple Mario Kart games, which is very good. I'm kind of excited that they did that because then you can have more people play. If you're like an online person and you like playing online, you can have more people play. But it could possibly be a little buggy. We don't know. However, they did add some changes. Like in Mario Kart 8 and Deluxe, you could like go under the water and drive under the water. Now they've added boats, and I don't know how I feel about that because me being a Sonic guy, I've played Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed as has been shown on my channel when I did pretty decently ish in that Grand Prix that I did, and I was gonna do more, but then I completely forgot about it. Just like me publishing to this channel. But yeah, now they've added boats, which was a concept that Sega and Sumo Digital did 13 years ago for a PlayStation 3 and an Xbox 360 console, and then ported it to Steam. And then also did that for the 3DS on Nintendo's consoles. Yet now they want to do it in 2025 in Mario Kart and then label it as their own, maybe? I don't know. And then we get further on. You've got this new. Uh, when I want to load. There's a new button on the Switch, on the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. It's down here, and it's a C button. And what it does is game chat. And the game chat is sort of similar to what Discord uses. It's kind of the same format. But you can't really say that they stole from Discord, because they didn't really. because technically Discord stole from Skype, which also stole from Messenger, but it doesn't really count. I guess it depends on the person. Um, and I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I do think it's a really good integration into the system, because I know the system is going to get massive overhauls compared to the original Switch, because that came out in 2017. God, that console's old. A lot of the next gen consoles aren't even next gen anymore. Jesus. Anyway, I'm going on a little tangent. And I do like how they can, or how it's like going to be able to like filter out background sound on the controllers to the point where it only picks up your mic. So for some odd example, if someone's blending stuff in the background while you're playing on the Switch and you're talking to people, it will tune out the blender so it's only your voice. This is like the whole overlay thing that they have. If it wants to appear. Yeah, here. This is kind of like the, or sort of similar to Discords as well. Where they have their screen share next to the mic and the camera, and then you've also got the leave call option, and then your voice settings. Even though Discord doesn't have the voice settings here, it is still a thing. Another thing that I do have to point out is that if we skip ahead a little bit, the camera quality, like the screen recording quality for these, or like for the little screens, is not the best. It's not high. It's not really high quality, but I don't expect it to be, because it is on a console, whereas Discord's mainly used for PC and has been integrated into Xbox, but not the same way, if that makes sense. So with Discord having their overlay sort of the same and is able to run different qualities compared to how good your PC is, like it can run to like 1080p at 60 FPS. And if you're paying for Discord Nitro, you can upgrade it to for 1440p at 60 FPS, or even 4K if you want to. So I don't know if the Switch is going to integrate that as well. So the Switch 2 is going to integrate that as well, and I don't know if it will be able to be changed in the voice settings, or if that settings thing is voice and video. It probably will be, but I don't expect it to be the highest quality since it is on a console, and I do think that they will iron it out. Now we get to the Switch 2 camera. And this is sort of confusing-ish, if that makes any sense whatsoever, because somehow it's able to green screen yourself out of, well, it's like green screens yourself out of your own background without you actually needing a green screen. So I don't know how that's going to work. Because I did, like, there is an option to like run it without the green screen thing out, and it will just run as your camera, and it will show your entire background, which is what you kind of expect it to do, not green screen it out. So I don't know if there's going to be any quality issues that will come up with those changes and those integrations into that camera, if it will drop the quality of the video if it's trying to cut out your your person while you're sharing your camera, or if the quality will stay the same but be able to cut yourself out of your background so you can overlay yourself into your screen share. Another feature that they have is that in games, it will actually show your camera, like in Mario Party Jamboree when you're playing on the Switch 2. It will actually show your camera if you. Well, I hope that it is a a customizable option to be able to do that instead of it automatically doing it itself. Because if it does it itself and you're playing Mario Party online, which this game does have with random people, and you have a Switch 2 camera, I don't know if it will have an option to turn it off in the game, because it will do it for multiple games, or if it's just you need to unplug your Switch 2 camera to be able to not show your face in the games, because I don't know if they will have said feature to turn it on and off. Um, all in all, great concepts, good ideas. However, this is another. Oh, let me get to it. Um, like the good idea of it literally showing, well, it actually being a camera and showing your entire background like you want it to. The only issue is that for me, I don't think the controllers. Well, I do think that they look good, but I think they're going too modern style. I say that loosely, if that makes any sense. Because with the Switch, like the original Switch controllers, these Joy-Cons were full color. And now they've been relegated to only the the joystick and the clip part that goes into the controller and into the dock itself. Which I feel like for people that might prefer to have more color in their systems, for example, they might prefer the Switch 1 controllers over these ones because of that same issue. Another issue with the game chat is this. This is my main issue about the Switch 2 game chat. You need to have an online subscription to Nintendo Switch to be able to use it. Now, there is an open access. I don't know when the console itself is being released, probably towards Christmas time this year, which might be optimistic, maybe at the very start of next year. But I'm not very confident about this, and I don't know about how people's reactions to this will be, since it's only open access until March 31st next year, and we don't know how long that open access will be. If that's going to be a few days, a few weeks, maybe a month. It depends on when the console's released. It could be from release day to March 31st next year. We have no idea. We aren't even in Nintendo. We are just people trying to consume this content and figuring things out. And then also learning about these things. But with Nintendo requiring an online Switch membership to be able to use a feature that on Discord costs nothing, makes it feel a little bit iffy to me personally, due to the fact that if you want to use this feature, you need to pay for a membership, and we don't know how much that is. Probably $15, $20, depends on where you live. Could, like, the money variable will change depending on which country you're in. So more than likely for America it would be around 15 USD, which in Australia, which is where which is where I'm from. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, majority of the people that are watching this are my friends or family or whatever. I don't care. It might be like $20, give or take. So, with that being said, I would recommend that if you want to talk to your friends on, or while you're playing on the Switch 2, use Discord. Because making a Discord account, it's free. Uh, just having Discord itself, it's free. You can just download it on your phone. You can download it on your computer. It's already built into the Xbox, and it's flawless, basically, from what I've heard. There might be a few bugs. I don't know. But then there's also creating servers. Like, you can create servers for your friends, and that costs absolutely nothing. And you can use the voice chats there for free. You can get like a $15 like little webcam if you wanted to connect it to your device, or if you're using your phone, you could just use your camera, and that costs nothing. And then, like, if you're playing games on your controller, not on your PC, you can screen share that stuff for free, and you can screen share games at 1080p at 60 frames per second. But if you have Discord Nitro, which is like $15, you can stream at 1440p, or you could stream in 4K resolution. And that doesn't really change anything, except for the quality, but the frame rate stays the same. But all you're doing is paying $15 to use all of that, just for like higher quality camera. And then like some other features in chats and all that. But for this, it's kind of like you gotta pay for the console, which will probably be upwards of $500-600+. Then the camera could possibly, knowing Nintendo, might be about like $50 to $80, maybe less, maybe more. And then you need a Switch Online account and a subscription for that, which would probably be like another $15-20. And it would just make things more expensive to be able to run things such as what Discord already has and has had since 2015, which then Skype also had before that. So I'm very, very skeptical about this whole thing. I'm not overly confident that this will do very well in the near future. I haven't read the comments on this video. I didn't watch it when it was live. I didn't see the premiere, so I couldn't see people's reactions in the chat. But if we scroll down, it's mainly people talking about how Silksong. It's mainly just people talking about the games, which is completely fine. And like 4K resolution on a Nintendo in a Nintendo Direct, it's nothing really to rave about. But the main topic is this Switch, the Switch 2 console that is coming out. If you have any reactions and you would like to let me know, I will be reading your comments. If you would like to post a comment, just let me know down below. I don't post regularly, and I sort of do forget about this quite a bit, but if you would like to see more videos, please do feel free to subscribe. It is completely free. You don't need to do it. And if you want to be alerted for any new posts that I will eventually do, make sure to hit the notification bell, and you will be immediately informed from any video that I do post. If you do like this video, which might be a little bit surprising if you do, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, and all that basic YouTuber jazz. Same old whatever. If you're on YouTube a lot, you'll understand like what I mean. But yeah, once again, like, subscribe if you want. You don't need to. If you would like to, comment down below your opinions. I will be reading them if you do. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which will probably not be soon, but it will be whenever I remember to upload. Alright, take care now.